I couldn't help but feel a twinge of satisfaction as he missed out on the luxury that awaited us. The anticipation of a business trip to Montpellier was almost palpable. Our IT supplier promised a study tour that would be the stuff of legends, fancy hotels, gourmet meals, wine tasting at vineyards, and a showcase of their latest, shiniest hardware. The only hiccup was the flight from Gatwick on EasyJet, but that didn't dampen my spirits much. After all, it was a small price to pay for the extravaganza that awaited us. My journey began with a headache-inducing train ride from Scotland to London, followed by a trek through the Underground and on to the Gatwick Express. By the time I got to the airport, I was already feeling the exhaustion creeping in, but nothing could have prepared me for the chaos that awaited. The check-in area was a mess. Several staff members were off sick, and the queue stretched for what felt like miles. It was then I noticed him, the epitome of entitlement, just a few people ahead of me. The moment he saw the line, you could see the steam practically shooting out of his ears. Oh boy, was he unhappy, and he was going to make sure everyone knew it. We stood in line for hours, the gate closing time inching closer by the minute. Stress levels were skyrocketing, and this chap's voice became a cacophony of entitlement that echoed through the terminal. "I've got a very important meeting," he bellowed, as if he was on a life-or-death mission rather than a vendor-funded jolly. "I've paid a lot of money, I don't expect this treatment," he continued, conveniently ignoring the fact that the vendor had footed the bill. And then, the kicker, "I want to see someone in charge, now." That last demand finally got the attention of the police. They walked over to him, and started giving him that lecture, the one that begins with "I suggest you calm down, sir?" And you know exactly where it's headed. It was a sight to behold, and I couldn't help but feel a twinge of satisfaction. It was then that an EasyJet team member tapped me on the arm and asked if I was headed to Montpellier. With a quick nod, I was whisked away to the check-in desk. They were pulling out all the Montpellier passengers to speed up the process, and before I knew it, I was through security and headed to the gate. The last I saw of the entitled passenger was the police taking him back to his place in the queue, just as the Montpellier flight closed. We never did see him on the study tour. What a pity. While he was stuck in Gatwick, we were sipping exquisite wine at a vineyard under the Montpellier sun. We dined at a Michelin-starred restaurant, danced at a pop-up nightclub on the beach, and, oh yeah, got to see the vendor's latest shiny new hardware. It was a trip of a lifetime, and all I could think about was how karma had served its sweet revenge.